Hello. After watching first video, we have a lots of confusion about some small question, that is short question and give reason. So in this lecture or series, that is videos 2, we are going to clear all the question that is related to these topics, that is the gravitational force. So let's see one by one. So first one is our question is why G is called universal constant. Then after why Newton's law is called universal law. Then third one is significance of gravitational force. And then after some special case about Newton's law of gravitation. So this is a very good question for your examination, that is some special case of Newton's law of gravitation. And then last one is characteristics of gravitational force. So first one is why G is called universal constants. So what is the answer? Why as in gravitational constant, that is capital G, is called universal constants? Because the value of capital G, is independent on bodies, size of body as well as nature of the medium. Clear or not? Because the value of capital G is independent on size of the bodies and the medium in which the bodies are kept. So capital G is called universal constant. Now second question is why Newton's law of gravitation called universal law. So Newton's law of gravitation is called universal law of gravitation because this law are applicable is in every applicable and exist in each and every part of the universe, each and every area of the universe, or they are applicable for all the bodies, that is small bodies, large bodies, terrestrial bodies and aquatic bodies. So the and it is also accepted by all the scientists. So it is called universal law. So again, the Newton's law is called universal law because it exists everywhere in the universe. It exists everywhere in the universe and it is applicable for all the bodies, like small bodies, big bodies, large bodies, and also for terrestrial as well as aquatic body. And it is also accepted by all over the scientists in the world. So this is called universal law. So second one is significance of gravitational force. So what are the significance of gravitational force? So first one is the rotation of planet around the sun. So each planet revolves around the sun due to a force, due to the effect of gravitational force. And second point is the existing of atmosphere. So the existence of atmosphere in any planet like Earth, there is a causes of gravitational force. So third point is the formation of tides. Very good question. Give reason. The formation of tides in the ocean due to so here the formation of tides in the ocean due to gravitational force of moon. And the fourth one is the prediction of solar and the lunar eclipse is due to the help of gravitational force. And then after uh, wait 1 minute. Wait 1 minute. Wait. Okay, don't worry. Wait for just recall it one time. So you can also take a screenshot of all. So wait 1 minute. Okay, yes. Okay. This is my while, so this is wrong verification. So then after a special case of Newton's law of gravitation. So what are the special case of Newton's law of gravitation? So this is a very good question for your examination view from it is a numerical part, that is how can you solve this special case of the Newton's law of gravitation. And fourth last one is that see first, then after we'll do this characteristics of gravitational force. So what are the characteristics of gravitational force? So first one is independent of nature of the medium. The gravitational force that exists in two bodies are independent of the nature of the medium. It means that in which medium the body is kept, that is independent, totally independent gravitational force. That is, gravitational force are independent on bodies in which the medium in which they are kept. And the second point is independent of nature and size of body. It means that the gravitational force do not depend on the size, but only depends on mass and the distance between two planets. So remember this thing. And the last one, it is independent on presence or absence of other bodies. So the presence or absence of other bodies do not influence the gravitational force. So let's see, that is a very good question. A special case of Newton's law of gravitation. So what are the special case of Newton's law of gravitation? And so let's see one by one. There is a two or three case, that is, so a special case for Newton's law of gravitation. So Newton's special case for Newton's law of gravitation. A special, sorry, case. So what is the formula of Newton's law of gravitation? What is the formula? F equals to G m1 m2 by d square, right? So F equals to G m1 m2 by d square. What is F? F is gravitational force, G is gravitational constant, m1 is mass of one heavenly bodies, and m2 is the mass of another heavenly bodies, and d is the distance between two bodies. So a special case. So when, so case 1, so case 1, when the distance between two bodies is doubled. What? When the distance between two heavenly bodies is double. So what can you write? Another force, new force, gravitation, that is F dash equals to what? That is G m1 m2. So distance is double. So here d, then after here double, 2d square. Clear or not? So when the case 1, distance is double. Distance is doubled. So what effect absorbed in the gravitational force? So this is, what is this? F. So new force, that is F prime. So G m1 m2, because there is no change in mass. So distance is double. So in case of d, there will be 2d and square become square. So what we write? So G m1 m2 by 4d square. Clear or not? So G m1 m2 by 4d square. So in case of this G m1 m2 by d square, what we write? F. Yes, right or not? So G m1 m2 by d square is equal to F. So what we write? 4 by F. So what it means? It means that when the distance between two bodies is double, then the gravitational force is reduced by 4 times, because we divide the magnitude of gravitational force by 4 times. It means that gravitational force is reduced by 4 times. Clear? So case 2, write this. So case 2. So this is the formula our. So case 2, when distance is half. So what happens in gravitational force when the distance between two bodies is half? When the distance between two bodies is half. So what happens in the magnitude of gravitational force? So let's see. So what happens in the magnitude of gravitational force? So let's see. So what is the formula of gravitational force? F G m1 m2 by d square. So F G m1 m2 by d square. So when distance is half, so new gravitational force, again F prime. So what? G m1 m2 by d square. When the distance is half, in case of d, what to write? D by 2 square, right? So what is this? G m1 m2 by d square by 4. So finally what we write? This 4 becomes, go to off, that is 4 g m1 m2 by d square. So what is this? G m1 m2 by d square means this force. So 4f. So what it means? It means that when the distance between two heavenly bodies is half, then the magnitude of gravitational force is increased by how many times? 4 times. So this is all about a special case. Sometime in your exam may come in numerical as well as drive this all case. So case 3, case 3. When mass of bodies double. So case 3 is what happen in gravitational force when the mass of body is double. So what is the formula of F? So this is the new force, because when this value will be changed, the force will be new. So F prime equals to G. This is the constant. So mass of bodies is double. If m1, then what? 2m1. If m2, then 2m2. But the distance is same. So what? D square. So what we write? So G 4G m1 m2 by d square. So finally G m1 m2 by d square, that is F. So what? 4F. It means that when the mass of heavenly bodies is double, keeping the distance between them is constant, same, then the magnitude of this force is increased by how many times? 4 times. So this is the all about your concept, and the some bonus I will give in this video. So let's see. So if you want to study physics class 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, BSc, MSc, what engineering, medical. So if you want to study physics, if you want to be good in physics, so remember always one thing. What? This sign. This is proportional sign. So if F is proportional to, suppose, what is the formula of force? Mass into acceleration. This is the class from class 9. I will just explaining. So F equals to m in, okay, just leave it. So what is this? F equals to G m1 m2 by d square. So F, listen here. So F is here means directly proportional to m1 and m2. So directly here, directly relation F m1 m2. And this one is inverse function. So F is inversely proportional to 1 by d square. So this is inversely, because when you write 1 by d square, that is inversely. So what is this meaning, directly proportional or inversely proportional? So the meaning of directly proportional is that when we increase the value of mass, clear or not? When we increase the value of mass, then the force is also increased, because directly proportional. So directly means what? When you increase this quantity, mass, then force is increased. But inversely means just inverse relation, opposite relation. So when we increase distance, then force will be decreased. When we increase distance, the force will be decreased. So that is the reason. So thank you for watching these videos, and I hope this video will be very useful for you. And if you really like such type of videos, and if you have any problem from these topics like force, numerical problem, as well as give reason, so please comment below. हजुर